Hey everyone, it's Erica here and I'm back with another layout. Today I'm doing a challenge with Oh Snap Gonzo, and the challenge is to use distress inks, a photo of a male, or do a male, like a masculine layout, and also to use chipboard. So here's a box of chipboard that I've had in my stash forever. A lot of it is from Creative Embellishments, and she made me a custom wrestling chipboard piece a while back, and I've been wanting to use it, so I'm going to use it on this layout. There's some other chipboard there from previous Clique Kits as well that I just shared, and then a few other products that I might use on my layout. The photo is I believe it's a 4x4 photo, and there's two photos. I used an app on my iPhone and made like a collage and then turned them black and white. I'm going to use the March 2016 Clique Kit. And the paper I'm going to use is this one here. I'm going to cut off that polka dot part and adhere it to the white cardstock and use that as my background. I always get like comments or emails about masculine layouts, and people would like to subscribe to Kit Clubs, but they're too girly. And I have 4 boys and 1 girl, so there are a lot of male layouts that I do, and you just kind of have to make it work. So yes, I was saying you have to kind of make it work, got to get creative, and I try to do that with my kits. This one had a lot of pink in it, but it also had a good amount of blue, a little bit of yellow, green, some orange. But there were papers that were blue, and a lot of black and white, which is nice to make layouts for either boy or girl. So I decided to share this one on video just so I can show you that a kit that might look pretty girly can also be used for boy layouts. So the photo is of my son, Grant, and he has been wrestling for 5 years. He is in middle school, and this year he had a really good wrestling season. He really pushed himself, and I mean, he was working out on his own and just was really, I don't even know how to say it, just was really into his wrestling this year. And we totally could see it when he was out on the mat. So I always take a lot of photos. So these are 2 of my favorite photos of him. One is when he won the match, and the ref has his arm up in the air, and the other one where he is getting ready to wrestle and he's like in a down position. And it's just 2 of my favorite photos. Right here I am just taking some of the distress ink and putting it all over my layout. I did the packaging technique and then did some little splats with the paintbrush. Then I just smushed the leftover onto the background. I find that the packaging technique is like the easiest way to get a nice watercolory background with very little work. And I always love the end result of it. So right now I'm just starting to, I believe, add some layers. And I'm going to add a lot of layers behind this photo. I'm going to mat it on a black cardstock or a black piece of paper, the photo. Right now I'm just cutting different strips of the papers, just in various sizes. And I'll use most of the papers that I cut, but not all of them. I do the layers a lot, and I do them a lot like this, where I'm not really measuring. I just cut up a bunch of papers. I always find sometimes it's hard to cut into my kits. So starting out with just cutting a bunch of paper at first, and it just makes cutting into the kit a lot easier. And if you hear some noise in the background, my boxer's sitting here with me and she's making all kinds of noises. So there's the black cardstock, and that paper is actually from an old Clique Kit as well. So I'm just going to use the black side of it to map my photo. And let's see. It does have some shapes cut out of it, but I just cover it up with my photo. So I'm just doing the layers behind the photo, adding a bunch of the papers, and I just like little bits peeking out here and there. And then I'm going to take my Stampin' Up! Tiny stapler and staple all the layers together. And then I'm going to back my photo with some vellum, and then adhere my photo to the vellum, and then pop up the vellum in the photo to the layers. So I'm just going to continue to add more layers. I use that branding strip right there, and I cut it, and I'm going to adhere that down. And then I'm going to use that blah 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 paper, which is a Clique Kits exclusive paper, and I'm going to add that to the layers as well. And then I will adhere the black piece. Let's see. So I put the adhesive down, and then I put it behind my photo, and it doesn't fit, so I just tear it in half and make it fit. You're not going to see the tear anyway, so don't have a problem with just ripping it. And then there's the black. I'm going to trim it down and then adhere that down as well. And then I think I add one more piece of paper, and then that's it. And then I will adhere it to my layout, or to my background. Okay, I have all those layers added, and I'm just gonna like ruffle up the sides, crinkle them up a little bit. I put a couple little tears in some of them. Let's see, I just added that blue piece of paper, and I do come and add another, I think like a black and white stripe after I'm done ruffling. But I like to ruffle up the edges. It kind of separates the layers a little bit, and gives it kind of like a little messy look. And let's see, I think I'm going to use these two strips, and then I do not. And this is where I add that black and white stripe. And you can barely see it, like on the video. It's just a really small piece poking out. So I'll adhere that down, and then I'll trim that one side, and I believe that is the last of all the layers. Yes, I think so. I just love all the black and white in this kit. The patterns are really cool. So this is a new Pink Fresh Studio stamp set that is in the Clique Kits shop. And I don't remember what the name of it is, but I'll try to remember to link it down below. I know we do still have some in the shop. So I'm just taking the distress ink, and I'm going to stamp it in a few spots. Right now I'm just going to test it out since it's a new stamp and I haven't used it yet. I just found a piece of white scrap paper. So I'm just going to pull up the photo layers and then stamp it around a few times. It's really subtle. Once I ink up the stamp, I stamp off a couple times and then I take it to my paper. So let's see, and I think the distress ink that I'm using is Broken China, and the darker one is maybe Faded Jeans, I think. I'm not 100% sure, but I think that's what it's called. Or denim, I don't know, something jeans or denim. Okay, so let's see. Oh, there's that chipboard piece, and what I did was covered it in like white pigment ink because I didn't like the color of the chipboard on the layout, so I just turned it white. And then there's a little Cosmo Cricut sticker that came in a Clique Kit. And I believe, let's see, I think it says Believe in Yourself. I don't have the layout in front of me, but I'm pretty sure that's what it says. And then I'm just going to add some enamel stars around the layout. And then I'm going to look for, I think I'm going to use these gold ones and then I don't end up using them. So I keep it pretty much black, white, and blue. I think it's all the colors that I use. And let's see, I'm looking for an alpha, and that one doesn't work, so I'm going to use the alpha that came in the March kit. And right there on the side, I'm going to say up and out, because the position that he's in one of the photos when he's down, that's what he needs to do. He needs to get up and out. He needs to get up quick and get out of anything so that he doesn't, the opponent doesn't put him in a move. So anytime he's in that position, I'm on the sidelines yelling at him up and out. So I wanted to put that there to document that. I'm one of those crazy wrestling moms that you see yelling on the mats. So there it is, up and out, and then there's that chipboard piece that says wrestling, and I went ahead and adhered that, or put adhesive on and adhered it down. And the last thing I'm going to do is add some black Heidi Swap Color Shine, and that's it. My layout is done, and I really like how it came out, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any questions or anything, please send me a message or leave me a comment below. And thanks so much for watching. I will hopefully have another layout this week to share with you. So have a great night, and I will talk to you all later. Bye.